Hi, my name is John Carruthers. I've been working on guitars for the last 45 years. I've worked with such companies as Fender, Yamaha, Ibanez, Martin, and Gibson, and many others. If you'd like to learn more about working on your guitar, you can get my book, Teach Yourself Guitar Repair and Maintenance, on Alfred Publishing. Occasionally you notice like your jack malfunctions, and usually what happens is people let the jack get loose and then they keep plugging the cord in and using it, and after a while the wire inside fatigues off. And when that happens, then you don't have a connection to the outside world. And normally what you would probably notice is like a loud hum if you drop the ground, and if you drop the hot you don't get any signal at all. So either way you don't get an output from your guitar, and you need to. So we have a simple way to repair it. You just have to take it apart, strip the wire, and then reconnect it. So I'm going to take the jack plate out, and then we can take a look and see what our problem is. Let's turn the jack over. You can see the problem right away. It's just like I thought. You see how one wire's loose? So what we're going to have to do is strip that wire off and then resolder it back onto the jack again, and then put it back together. So we found that this lead was loose, that had broken off the jack, and that's why we weren't getting any output from the guitar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take wire strippers like this, and we're going to take and strip the insulation off the beginning of the wire so that we can resolder it to the jack. Now you notice the little spot that I bared? Then what we need to do is we need to take the soldering iron and we clean the tip using the wet sponge, and then we're going to take the soldering iron, we're going to pre-coat the wire with solder. So we're going to heat up the wire, and when the wire gets hot enough that the solder will melt onto it, then we'll have pre-tinned the wire. So you can see now it has a little bit of solder on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the soldering iron and we're going to put this back to where it came from, and then we'll heat up both the soldering iron will heat up the wire and the little part on the jack, the tab, until they fuse together. Once that's done, then we can reassemble the guitar and it should be fine. Okay, if you look now, you can see the wire has been rejoined to the jack. Okay, we just tug on it, make sure it's good and solid, it's nice and sound. Then we want to be careful not to get it hooked into the jack when we put it back in, because we don't want the cord to be hitting it all the time. Then we'll put the jack plate back in place, put the screws back in, and that will take care of our problem. Here we go.